Well, Nik Tzanev, you've been making some absolutely game-saving saves at the moment. Where are you at with your form, would you say?
Yeah, quite happy with it, to be honest with you. It's just been really good the last couple of games. Just been having some really positive games, and I think it's nice just to get a little run where we're having continuous games week in week out, and we're putting in performances. Like on Tuesday night, it was a really good game. So no, I'm really happy with my form, but I'm even happy with all the lads, and we're coming together really nicely as a team.
For yourself, though, I mean, what's been the biggest shift? Is it your mentality? Because you're seen as one of the leaders in the dressing room now, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's also just because we have quite a young squad. I think it's something that I want to sort of progress in my game, and my personal sort of goals is just to become more of a leader in the change room. And I think I've done in the past, and especially over the last couple of games, it's been sort of pushing it, leading from the back, just keeping everyone switched on for the whole 90 minutes and not letting anyone switch off.
Great result, of course, the other night, but where would you say this young squad is now in its involvement under Robbo?
Yeah, I think we're going places with all the lads, and everyone's buying into everything that Robbo's putting under us. And I think now we're putting in, like Tuesday was a performance that a very mature performance. You know, we grinded out the 2-0 result, got a clean sheet. It was really, yeah, like I said, mature, and it's one of those games where it's horrendous conditions. You know, so it's really positive to come out of that, and having everyone go the full 90 minutes was really positive.
You're really thorough in your analysis as well with Bezo. But after last week, the 4-3, do you sort of have a little chat with the back line as well, how to iron those things out to get the clean sheet?
Yeah, for sure. I think me and Ben, it's sort of like a bit of a freak moment. That third goal last Saturday, I think it was just on my side. I should have communicated earlier from him, either drop back in my goal, told him to head it back, or just told him to box the player out. But I think I was a bit hesitant with my decision. So I think that's one thing that can kill us is hesitation, and I think it proves how we just bounced back from it. We didn't let it affect us on Tuesday night, and we're really solid then.
Yeah, going really well at the moment. Of course, this Saturday, Wycombe Wanderers away. We've got Darius Charles back with us as well now. He's been a tremendous servant for both clubs. How much does he sort of help off the pitch in the dressing room with you?
Yeah, he's huge for us. So we can always. He's sort of like the bridge between the players and the coaches. But obviously we're really close with all the coaching staff as well. So I feel as if we can say anything to them. But no, Dee's really helpful as a player, and all that bit of experience, you know, it's just amazing to have around the changing rooms with, and knowing a lot of know-how with all the players he's played against. Obviously from Wycombe it's going to be very beneficial. So no, he's been great to have around, and it's always good to have an old teammate back as well.
Absolutely, particularly one of those key words that Robbo likes to get home to everybody, ownership for players as well at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's massive, and Dee's sort of projecting that onto us and allowing us to sort of learn from our own mistakes and going through our own game, and not sort of self-evaluation a lot more. And I think it's growing us week by week and improving.
Someone else I've got to talk to you about as well at the other end of the scales, come back to us, Egli Kaji, you know him very well. How good is it to have him back in the story that he's been through? Yeah,
amazing. Because I've known Egli, I used to play Kingston Little League with him back when I was about 12 years old, so I've known Egli for a really long time. So yeah, just to see him, I think just from a professional side of it, and just a close friend, I'm absolutely buzzing for him, because it's been so long and I've been in contact with him, really close contact, and I think he's going to be a massive part of our squad. There, he's someone who can put in. He's such a powerful runner of the ball. He's got a good finish on him, and yeah, I'm just happy he just needs to stay fit now, touch wood, and yeah, just stay strong and keep playing.
He's got to be a bit louder with his initiation song though, isn't he?
Yeah, he was a bit quiet. Yeah, I think the lads gave him a bit of stick, but I think he must have done about 4 initiations for Wimbledon alone. Yeah. So yeah, that's right.
It's great to have him back, but of course for yourself as well, a few weeks ago, not the result that we wanted, but what was it like for you wearing the captain's armband at the Sutton game? That must have been tremendous for you.
Yeah, it was amazing, just being able to lead the lads out for, like I said, like the history of the club. It just means so much to me, and I think being able to lead the lads out and lead them into that game was amazing. And then also being back at Sutton was really, because it shows sort of where I've progressed as a player as well, and also as a leader. I think from that, because I was obviously a big part of that squad, but I wouldn't say I was the loudest or the most influential. But I think now being able to captain the lads and knowing I can do it is massive bonus for me, and I'm so grateful for it.
someone else we should mention as well who's moved on this week. How great has it been to have Woody Caballero around the place, and how much have you benefited working with him?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm gutted he's gone, but all hats off to him. I'm buzzing for him, and just for him to go, because even for his age, he's 40 years old now. He's diving around, sort of flying around the goal, top corner saves, just like he was probably my age, to be honest with you. And he's so fit, so I'm just so happy for him, and I'm still in close contact with him, just wishing him best of luck. But no, he's been very helpful for me personally as well, teaching me stuff that I wouldn't have done if he wasn't here. So no, I have to thank him a lot for that, and yeah, he'll be missed.
Absolutely. But of course, at the other end of the scale now for yourself, I mean, you're seen as the number one, of course, now, and the experience that you've got. What do you make of the young crop of keepers we've got coming through, and how they've got to learn from you if they want to get to that stage?
Yeah, I think they're all in this position. I think everyone as a goalkeeper has been in those positions before, where you have to be coming in early, helping out with equipment, being on time. So I think that's a massive thing they need to focus on, and just being able to be in and around the first team environment, because sometimes in first team environments you wouldn't get that many young lads, and I think they need to really realise how lucky they are, and they need to, because they're doing well, all of them, but they just need to make sure they stay on top of their skills, and just come in every day and just work as hard as they can, because you never know. Like, working with Bezo is just, not many people get to do it, but it's such a pleasure working with him, and his knowledge of the game's like tremendous. So I think it would be silly not for them not to soak every ounce of that information.
Of course, I mean, that's it. I mean, you've been through it as well. I mean, all these years we've been doing the training ground videos and what you do out there. I mean, you've had to go from, behind Maka, behind other keepers as well. So you can really relate to them, yeah?
No, for sure. I think it's something that every player and goalkeeper has to go through. Not being first choice, having to grind it out. Maybe at some point you want to not give up, but it's sort of it's always in your head, like, oh, what's the point if you don't see yourself. But I had points in my progression at Wimbledon where I didn't see myself playing anymore for the club, but like, look where I am now. So with football you never know what's going to happen, so you should have to stay strong, have to stay positive, and just keep working at it. It's the only thing you can do.
What about the international situation with yourself at the moment? Because of course, I mean, you're at the top of your game, you're playing really well at the moment, but if you do get called away for New Zealand, you want to be doing something meaningful, don't you, really?
Yeah, for sure, and I think it's great to be a part with all the lads. Just being back with them, just being involved with it was amazing back in Bahrain. So I think just for the future we'll have to see how it goes and see what fixtures come up and take it from there.
Of course, as well, I mean, we've gone this far on the interview. Final question coming up now. We've got to mention Bezo, because he'll be on to us afterwards otherwise.
Yeah.
It was great to have Rambo come down to us a few weeks ago and see him there, and he's doing tremendously well. He's played for England now.
Oh, yeah.
And he did say, of course, his time with Bezo was a small part, but a really meaningful part in his career. I mean, for yourself, the amount of time you spent with Bezo now, he's had a massive influence on your career, isn't he?
Yeah, huge. I can't praise Bezo enough, and the appreciation I have for him is just like undescribable, because if it wasn't for him, I think I wouldn't have been here. And I know for a fact that even if I did leave here back in that period, I think he would have helped me along the way the whole time. So I'm just really fortunate and happy that now we're such a tight-knit group with the coaches, with Bezo, with the goalkeeper department, all the young lads, with Zaki as well, and I think it's just really good to be able to continue that and improve. So yeah.
On the subject, just to say as well, of Rambo, you remember those mornings of being out there and who'd get the better of who, and he's paying for coffee and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, it was good fun with Rambo, and I think I'll always be quite close to him. We had a good chat after the game, so it's always good to see him and him doing well, and I'm sure he'll be happy for me to be doing the same.
Absolutely. Tans, keep up the good work.
Cheers, thanks guys.